Years in the New York spotlight shaped Daniel Jones into a quarterback fluent in the language of cliches, forged through a rollercoaster tenure with the Giants. When he landed with the Indianapolis Colts this offseason, he brought that polished media armor along with a quiet determination. Reflecting on his years in New York, Jones leaned on the familiar, decision-making and accuracy, the twin pillars of quarterbacking that every coach preaches. For him, those weren't just buzzwords anymore, they were survival tools. Drafted 6th overall out of Duke, Jones stepped into enormous shoes as Eli Manning's successor. From the start, he was surrounded by instability, rotating coaches, questionable personnel, and a system in constant flux. The flashes of promise were real, but consistency proved elusive. Then came 2022, a season that briefly rewrote his narrative. Under new head coach Brian Daboll, the Giants won 9 games and Jones posted his best professional season. It was a glimmer of what he could be with structure and support. That glimmer faded fast. A knee injury derailed his 2023 campaign, and a tough start in 2024 led to a 2-8 record and his eventual benching. A week later, the team released him, closing a complicated chapter in New York. He landed in Minnesota as a backup option, but the brief stint gave him a new perspective. Working with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell offered Jones a masterclass in detail and process. Each game plan was dissected and rehearsed meticulously, a contrast to the chaos he often faced early in his career. Jones brought that renewed approach with him to Indianapolis. Now competing with Anthony Richardson for the starting job, Jones isn't just leaning on platitudes. He's applying everything he's absorbed, the grit from New York, the precision from Minnesota, and the hunger to prove he can still lead. He acknowledges the disappointment of how things ended with the Giants, but his focus is firmly on what's next. In Indianapolis, he sees opportunity, and this time, he's intent on controlling the narrative rather than explaining it.